Hey guys, what's up? So I'm feeling a controversial video today. So today is going to be about my wife being an ex-porn star and how that's exactly what I didn't want and exactly what I did basically want. So that sounds like it makes no frickin' sense whatsoever. So let me break it down for you. I didn't get married till I was 37 years old. So that is like a full-blown grown-up guy. I had different girlfriends and dated different people when I was younger. And the difference from what I was looking for when I was younger compared to when I was older is drastically different. Now, I'm not saying that people should be like getting married at a certain age, although for me, I'm really freaking glad that I didn't marry, anybody else or get married when I was younger to somebody else, because it obviously would have been a mistake. Not everyone's going to agree with what I'm thinking, but there's different strokes for different folks, and I'm going to explain to you why I think the way I do and what I used to think. So during high school and then even college and then probably into like my mid 20s, maybe towards like my late 20s or something, I'd say I kind of wanted, one type of girl. And that type of girl I was thinking in my mind, especially when I was younger. The younger I was, the more like strict I was in my head as far as who I wanted. I had this thing in my mind of saying, okay, well, I only want them to have had sex with, 3 guys, and I don't want them to have ever tried drugs. I don't want them to ever have like smoked cigarettes. I don't want them, all these things. I wanted them so like in this little kind of bubble sort of thing. And that was my thinking when I was younger. I don't know if it was the mentality of thinking, that they're slutty or whatever. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but that's kind of the girl that I wanted back then. I didn't want to know or think that they've done kind of like a lot or kind of like experienced or something like that. That was like sort of my thinking. And some people are like that and some people want that. Everybody's different, so everyone can want to do different things. But I'm going to tell you how my thinking started to shift, and started to shift even before I met Shannon, because Shannon is actually the person that I wanted to be with and the type of person and the kind of person that I wanted. I didn't say, hey, I want a porn star and throw that into the universe. But basically, like, I got exactly what I was looking for and asking for with Shannon. So let's move forward into when I got older and how and why my thinking changed. I came from a divorced family. My parents got divorced when I was 7 or 8 or something like that. And then they both got remarried and then got divorced again. So basically, like, they've been married and remarried and stuff like that. So as I got older, I wanted to be more particular with waiting until I got older to get married, to make sure that I was old enough and I was, changed and adjusted and made like the kind of person that I am. Even though I'm very much the same as I was when I was younger, I've also grown a lot. So always one of my biggest fears when I was younger and another person was going to be them changing on me. Changing as far as you meeting somebody and being with somebody and them being really, really cool and being like, wow, like, you're cool. I like the way that you are. And then as you get older, they start to change on you. Then what happened is, as I started to get older, I started to know and realize that I had a lot of really, really cool experiences. I got to travel around. I used to go out to the lake. I used to go out to the river and go out to the sand dunes in Glamis. And I just had an awesome, awesome life. We got to do a lot of things, got to experience a lot of things, had, dated girls and had girlfriends and did a lot of like really, really cool stuff. So I really got a lot of different experiences. When my thinking started to change was realizing that I would like somebody that has experienced a lot. So what I didn't want is I didn't want somebody to have been sheltered for a long time. Before I say this, let me just say everybody's different. So people are going to get all freaked out about what I'm saying and whatever, that's totally fine. But what I'm saying is, what I started to worry about was thinking, okay, well, maybe this person would have liked to have partied a little bit more, or dated a couple more guys, or had sex with some more people, or tried some more drugs or something. What started to become one of my bigger fears was that I was going to meet somebody, then we would have gotten older, okay? Then they would have started to kind of like backlash or get into this middle-age crisis or something and say, I haven't experienced enough. I didn't get to live in an apartment with a bunch of girlfriends. I didn't get to the opportunity to have my own place. I didn't get the opportunity to go out to clubs, to go out to the bars, to have a bunch of boyfriends, or to date like different guys. or to travel around and do things or something. So that became a bigger fear of mine, because when I finally meet somebody and I'm with that person, I want them to look at me and be able to say, dude, I had a lot of experiences, I had a lot of fun, I did a lot of cool stuff, but I have all of that out of my system. You don't need to worry. There's not going to be this point in time when I flip out and be like, oh my gosh, like I want to, relive my youth. I never got to do this. I never got to do that. That ended up being a big fear for me. So for me, that's like exactly what I ended up getting with Shannon. Shannon has had a gnarly life. A lot of good, a lot of bad, but she's had a lot of experiences. And I can tell you right now, she's not going to wake up one day and just be like, you know what, I didn't do enough when I was younger. That's not going to happen. Some people might want the total opposite. They might be like, I want a virgin. Totally cool, man. No problem at all. That's totally fine. That's the good thing about life, is everybody gets what they want if you put it out there and if you strive for it. Like I said, I didn't get married till I was 37 years old, so I had a long span of not being married or anything else, but I ended up being with the person that I'm supposed to be with. And there's like a whole bunch of different reasons why Shannon and I are together, but I'm just saying I got what I wanted and I threw out there. So I had that out there saying, this is what I'd like, this is what I want in a girl and a woman, before I even met Shannon. It wasn't like I met Shannon and then my thinking changed. Really, the takeaway for this is just for you guys to understand me a little bit better, and then it makes sense, because a lot of people think like, oh my gosh, like, how could you be with a porn star and stuff like that? And like, that's like a whole other video that I'll do more on, and go over different questions and people and things that people might be concerned about and be curious about and everything else. But this video had to do more of with I got what I was looking for and what I feel is better for me. I'm not saying that, you should, if you're a guy, you should wait till you're 30. I'm not saying if you're a girl, you should be banging a bunch of guys or anything like that. Do whatever you want to do. And just because you get married or something, fun doesn't stop, traveling doesn't stop, and all that stuff. But obviously, you're not going to go live in an apartment by yourself. You're not going to be banging a bunch of other chicks or dudes. You're not going to be, partying out with one-night stands and staying out all night and doing all these things. It's just not really, what happens. Obviously, there are some people that do that, have open relationships. No problem with that at all. But I'm just saying for the majority, because that's a very, very small, population that's doing that. Live life, have fun. Just like I said, just remember and think that some of your thinking may change as you get older, and there are so many different things in our lives that shape who we are. So hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully it makes sense, or at least like what I'm trying to say. Thanks for watching. I will talk with you guys later, and I will be here tomorrow. Will you?